Initially it's to introduce using digital media as a medium that the kids are comfortable with in the art room, and to introduce it in the same way I would introduce paint or pastels, getting them familiar with being able to manipulate the medium to work for them, to use it to creative artwork rather than use it for the tricks that it can do. And then to continue with the IT idea, to upload it into a place where their work is being seen by other students, and to gather that dialogue that particularly with digital art you don't get in a classroom. Artroom 2 is an online gallery where the students can upload their work, look at each other's work and respond to each other's work. It's a way of gathering all of the work they're doing in a central place that I can look at it, they can look at each other's work. There's no other software that I've found that has that accessibility for me as a teacher and for the students to be able to look at each other's work. Normally in a classroom situation, if you're using ICT, it becomes a very isolated, each student on their own little networky files, very easy to lose it. This is, in our own context, public. The students are looking at each other's work, responding, and then responding to it. It's a really good starting point for the next part of the lessons. Changing the shape of the mouth changed everything. If that had been a big smiley face with those big white eyes, would have made them look really happy. I begin it with a process that they're very familiar with. I give them a whole range of, in this case, very ordinary portraits, just an average face, refer it back to lessons that we've done before about showing emotion, and give them the opportunity to experiment in a way that they're very familiar with the pastels and pencils and paint and tearing and anything else I'd like to do. And talk about that and pick some examples, put them up on the board and talk about them, and then refer that to in the software we're going to use. We're going, in this case was GIMP. We're going to do exactly the same process, and I want you to create some drafts. I want you to use the software as a tool in the same way that you've done before, and upload those drafts into Artroom 2, and that's where we can then start creating the dialogue. Create feelings and emotions. It doesn't have to look exactly like a face when it's finished. It doesn't have to be a recognised. It gives me the opportunity to target a particular student and their particular needs. It may be that one student comments may be very superficial. I like the colours, so my opportunity is, what is it about the colours that you like? What is it about the colours that look good for this particular painting? Do you have any other suggestions? So it can be targeted learning for particular students. It may be another student to, just push them out of using fancy effects and keep bringing them back to the intention of the artwork. It may be about that for that student. So it differentiates the learning to some degree. I was looking for them to understand that small changes to a face can make a really big difference. So that they weren't just changing the colour, they were changing the colour for a purpose. So controlling the medium. Sometimes that would be an accident. They'd try a filter, it would come up red, but the face is still really smiley. So bringing all of those elements together, it's about taking control of the tools in the same way that they would if they were using pastel or pencil.